Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be an If I Run vlog. So I am currently reading If I Run, and I want to read the whole trilogy in this video so you can see my reactions and my reviews of the books. There will not be spoilers, so you're safe to watch the whole thing, and I'm excited. I've been loving this book. I'm on page 170. I just left off on my other weekly vlog that I did. I was reading this, and now I'm gonna pick it up and read the rest of the trilogy in this video. I am loving this. This is like Christian romantic suspense, and it's so good. I really like that the main characters are smart, so I feel like I can trust them to make wise decisions, and it's cool because you're following Casey and Dylan, and both of them are very smart, but they're like working against each other, so they keep like counteracting each other's moves, and it's really fun to watch. So Casey is the one on the run. She walks into her friend being stabbed to death, and well, he's already dead. He's been stabbed. She didn't see the killer, but she does think she knows who did it, and it's kind of connected to a wider mystery that's going on, which is so cool as you find out. And as soon as she finds him, she knows that she will be blamed for it, so she just runs away right away. And so you're following her finding a new identity and just like running basically. And then you also follow a private investigator named Dylan who is hired to find her, kind of by the family, but also the police are working with him. So you're following him as well. He is the Christian in the story. Casey does not believe in God, and I'm loving it. I think it's really well written. It's so fast paced. Like, there were so many times I'm reading this, I'm like, I could read this forever, but I have responsibilities, so I can't. But oh, I'm loving it. Yeah, so I'm on page 170, chapter 23. It's kind of a shorter book, like it's only 300 pages, so I want to try to finish it today, but I don't think I will. But either way, I'm very excited to read this trilogy. I do have If I'm Found, which is book 2, as an ebook, and then also If I Live as an ebook as well. So I'll be reading both of those that way, and it's going great. So yes, thank you to everyone who's hyped it for me. I'm loving it. So I will come back with another update, either if I've read more or actually finished the book. We shall see. But I hope you're excited, and here we go. Okay, hello, ready for the update. I already finished If I'm Found, so my bad, I couldn't stop. So yeah, I started it the same day I finished If I Run, and then I finished it the next day. So I did not have time to update this vlog, but that is okay. I loved it. So yeah, I finished If I Run, gave it 5 stars, then I read If I'm Found, gave that 5 stars. I have to say, I really like the plot because book 2 definitely followed a similar formula, I guess you could say, as book 1, but it's a great formula, so I thought it was fine. Like, you know, she's on the run, she gets to this town, meets people, stuff happens. Yeah. So I'm curious what book 3 is gonna be like. I mean, it's gonna be the wrap-up, so I feel like it won't be as formulaic, but I loved it. I loved the development of her relationships. I loved the people we followed in this one. So good. So I don't want to give too much away, but also the second book starts right where the first book leaves off, so there's no space between. You are following her on the run, and that's why it was such a quick read, because I'm like, oh, here we go. And I would almost say that this one was a faster paced story than the first one. It was really good, really good. So I plan to finish this third book very soon. And yeah, I don't know how exciting this vlog will be just because I am reading them so quickly, but if anything, it'll be a review and you can see my thoughts and how I highly recommend this series. So there's my update. I finished book 2, gave it 5 stars, and I am currently reading book 3. I just started it today, so I'll try to update before I finish book 3, but I read them very fast. They're really quick reads, and oh, the faith in the second book was so good. It made me tear up. It was so good. She's just discovering God for the first time, and it's so cool to see, and it just like reminds me of like the first joy you have when you finally know God. It's just, there's nothing like it, and it's really cool to see her experience it and like discover him and his heart for her. So yeah, even though she's a fictional character, I still am like, oh, Casey, I feel you. So anyways, I will see you guys soon, hopefully. Hi everyone. So I am currently reading If I Live, the third book. I don't remember when I updated last. It's been a couple days. It's been a crazy time. But yeah, I gotta say, when I straighten my hair, it looks so much better. I really need to straighten it more often. Okay. Yes, I'm on chapter 21 of If I Run, If I Live. If I Live, yeah, third book. So yeah, I still am loving this trilogy. The second book was a very quick read. I think I updated when I had finished it. I just thought it would be fun to update along the way, but I haven't been very good at that because April has been very busy, full of stuff. My sister was visiting me, and then stuff is happening, and so yeah, I have not been reading much, honestly, but I'm glad this trilogy is so fast-paced because I do want to keep reading. Normally, if my life is really busy, I just stop reading for a little bit until it slows down again, but luckily I do have If I Live as an ebook, so I can just read it on my phone whenever I have a spare minute, and that is what I've been doing. So I haven't been reading this one quite as fast. I started it a couple days ago. Hello, I have finished the trilogy, so I'm here to wrap up this vlog, and this is my final review of the trilogy. I gave every book 5 stars. I loved this trilogy so much, and I know that's not a surprise, and I know everyone told me that I would, and so thank you all for recommending this and hyping it so much because it totally lived up to the hype for me. I don't know what to say. The characters were so compelling to read. I loved Casey Cox. I loved following her. She was such a good protagonist to follow because you could sympathize with everything, and she had real feelings, and she made mistakes, and I really felt for her in this situation. It was so good. I thought the way it all wrapped up and how everything came together was great. I thought it was realistic. I thought that the focus was on Casey's growth with Jesus and how God does bring justice at the right time. It just was more than just bringing down the bad guy. Like, there was so much depth, and I loved it. I loved it. So yeah, I can't recommend this series enough. I will probably be talking about it for a long time. I think this is Terri Blackstock's best work. I haven't read a ton of her books, but I can't imagine her writing something better than this. But there's so many other books to explore by her, so I'm very excited to keep on reading. I love the way she includes faith. That ultimately is like what brought me to tears, and what made this series shine for me is she wove a faith story into this series that just pulled at my heart, and that was my favorite part. The love story was really cute but also mature, which I liked. I just loved it. I don't know what else to say. I'm feeling very like, man, I just read a really good series, and it feels good to be able to say that. Thank you for following along this journey with me. And yeah, I'm excited to see what else Terri Blackstock writes. I know that she has a new release coming out this year. I might try to read it because if it's anywhere close to as good as this trilogy, like, man, it was so good. One thing I do wish that we got a little bit of closure on, that we didn't, I guess, is there are 2 storylines from each, well, there's a storyline from each book, the first and the second book, where Casey Cox is interacting with some people. And I guess technically in the first book, the first one is resolved, although I wish we saw Casey interact with those people. But she ends up meeting some other people in book 2 that we never see again, and I wish that we did get some closure there. That's the only thing that I kind of feel like, oh, I wish that I could know how these people are doing and like what they think about her. But other than that, I thought everything else wrapped up perfectly. It's crazy what she went through. I think she's going to be dealing with some PTSD for a long time, but she has Jesus, so she will be okay, but she's also a made-up character, so it's fine. So I think that's it for me. Yeah, I wish that I had shared more along the way, but at the same time, just know that I loved every second of it. And I found the third book slightly slower paced, although technically it's probably faster paced. But the first and the second book were the types of books I like to read, where you're following this character trying to like pave a way for themselves in a new place, and the people they meet, relationships, that kind of thing, with some like high intensity stuff here and there. Whereas this last third book was just full on intensity adrenaline for quite a long time, like for most of the book. And so I found myself actually getting a little bit tired from it. Like, what else could happen? Super fast paced, and just one thing after another. It's like, oh my goodness. And you just like want people to believe her so badly. And finally there's justice. So yeah, it was very, very good. So that is everything. Thank you for watching this vlog, you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.